this is a huge treat coming up, a big treat coming up. I want to introduce everyone who's coming out, but this panel is going to be moderated by our own Andy Berman. Yes, remember him? Yeah, you remember him? Anyway, moderated by our own Andy. And wait a second, is that Tiny Jules over there?
Yeah.
Hello, Minnie Jules. This is a deep dive into the episode known as Last Night Gus. And yes, we have some key players here. Let's introduce now Timothy Amundsen.
Candy Berman. He's supposed to be out there.
I'll be here? Okay, sure.
No, I don't want to sit next to Kurt. I think he's doing really well. How about you?
I think Andy got more applause than me.
That's true.
Guaranteed.
Not that who's counting?
Apparently you are.
We used to all be very close friends. We still are.
You're in charge.
I am in charge. Okay. Well, I guess this is about Last Night Gus. There's a lot of, we're hoping to unravel any mystique and mystery behind any questions you have about the making of it, or behind the scenes of it, or just the evolution of it. But I have to say, this is kind of a little bit of a dream come true, a joy to sort of for me to do the deep dive and revisit this with these guys. It was monumental for me, the episode, and it lives with me, and it was unique.
Sorry, Andy, should we just point out, written and directed by Mr. Andy Berman?
Yeah, that's, I think, has something to do with it.
By the way, I want to say, that script is one of, in the hundreds of things I've done, one of the best scripts I've ever read in my career.
That's really nice. Thank you. So we are friends. But in a way, I have my own unique perspective on it. Like, a lot of times I would have so much fun sitting in Video Village and just enjoying it almost, as an observer. Having been sitting in the director's chair on this one, I might have a different, I have a lot of anxiety about,
Anxiety?
I enjoyed it a lot more after the fact, so it'll be fun to kind of look at it that way. But I think unless anyone else wants to say anything about it, we should open it up and just hear what you guys are thinking.
What we're thinking or they're thinking?
To open it
Because
up.
I'm done thinking.
Yeah,
You're
not you,
still thinking
Corbin.
for the day or the decade?
Oh, life, no.
Life. He's happy to just be in his hokas, and he's just going to, Everyone's wearing a comfortable shoe. That's great.
Yeah, we're
All
comfortable.
birds.
By the way I'm dressed, people are saying, why are you dressed so weird today? This is Henry today. So, when you do your Halloween costumes, you want to be, this is Henry 7-0. I love it when you cosplay.
Where should we start? We'll start on this side?
That would be you. What was over there?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, my question is directed for Tim.
That's
Hello
me.
there.
Sorry, Kurt.
I thought you were looking at me.
I have a question and a comment for Tim. I just want to say, like I said when you signed my cane, you're my hero. I've been following your story about your stroke very closely.
What happened?
I've been following you're my hero because I've been following your story about your stroke. What was it, 9 years ago?
Well, first of all, that's incredibly kind. Thank you. It'll be 8 years on April 28th, but who's counting? Wow. So, how many days? Like 3 weeks away? And thank you very much. So you're saying, let me get this straight. I had a stroke. Am I okay?
So I just want to know, because I have a disability myself, and I would like to be an actor someday, but I always think like, oh, I can't do that, because I can't walk upstairs correctly. So what advice would you have for someone like me?
Well, first of all, I'd say balderdash that you can't do anything. But not cheating, I mean, it is, you do have to be worried, it is going to be a tougher road to walk. See what I did there? I'm proud to be on the Disabled Performance Committee with SAG, so I'm part of a group of disabled performers who are trying to make it the road a little easier for us to tread, if you will. I said I'm still on the committee, so it's not like anything, but thank you, I'll take it pleasant.
Thank you so much, Tim, I love you.
Well, thank you, and
Thank you.
The kind words. See, Bert, if you had a stroke, you would have gotten a question like that too. Don't have a stroke, Bert. It's not worth it.
My name is Shelby.
Shelby, did you ask me a question last night?
Is it Shelby Mini Jules?
Yeah.
Yeah!
First of all,
Famous here.
Shelby, how old are you?
10.
Seriously, and this is, have you been to a convention before?
Yes, at the GalaxyCon.
Awesome. Well, sorry, I'll keep interrupting you, Shelby. What's your question, dear?
My question is for Tim and Kurt. On last night, Gus, we had the part where you guys spooned.
Yeah, we did.
Now I don't feel so bad not being part of that question.
How weird was it?
Not weird at all. I'm sorry for answering for you.
Actually, neither of us was uptight or weird, because it's not uptight and
It
weird.
felt
That's how you're
strangely
a man.
comfortable.
Yeah, it was great.
Not strange. It felt delightfully comfortable.
Yeah, it was. It was. In fact, one of my lines in a movie I made that was well before you, and probably your parents were born, was Wayne's World, which is... The last line is, now I know that true love between two grown men, or something. Now I understand that it's okay to have true love between two grown men. And that was Woody and Laszlo.
Absolutely. Honestly, Shelby, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure, we're under that blanket just like giggling for about 4 minutes before I yelled action.
I never wanted it to end.
It still has it in my mind, buddy.
Thank you.
It was one of the most delightful moments of a episode filled with delightful moments.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question is for Kurt and Tim.
Go on, my intelligent friend.
If your characters from Psych interacted with Zachariah and Kane from Supernatural, would they get along? If not, what would be the worst that could happen?
If your character interacted with a supernatural character?
Yeah, like Zachariah in the show Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Is it what would result from that? Yes.
Oh, I think they'd kill Woody in a second. They think he was a demon. There's no way. I mean, he's just, no. I just think they'd be very, very frightened and get rid of me as fast as they could.
I think Kane would be disarmed by your humor and your charm.
Yes. My charm, my humor maybe.
As Woody's humor, yes.
Yeah.
And charm.
All right, thank you. What about you?
Kane and Laszlo. Well, Laszlo would have gotten along with Kane because they would have talked about weapons and he would have admired the first blade, certainly. And wanted to take it out for a spin, which, of course, Kane wouldn't give it to him because it comes with too much responsibility.
There you go. There you go.
That, by the way, was a very tough question, but a good one.
Thank
Over
you.
here.
But I think we nailed it.
You did nail
Oh,
it.
we did nail it, yes.
Hi, I'm Jakarta from Michigan. Yeah.
Hello, Dakota.
And shout out to you, Andy. We actually have the same birthday, so we're birthday twins.
Is it that February 24th?
Yes, you're actually the only other person. I
Steve
know
Jobs,
their
Billy
birthday.
Zane, me, you.
So my question is for the episode: who would you guys have wanted to guest star with you guys?
Does anyone want to
For
take
any
that?
episode?
Or in that,
In that episode?
Yeah, in this particular episode.
do you know what's interesting about that question? It didn't even occur to me because everything's always about the guest stars, who's going to be the fun guest star, who's coming up, who's going to be on the call sheet, who's going to be... In this episode, our lead cast were all guest stars, and they were all the really fun, kooky version of what we
The
would have
guy owned the
cast.
donut shop.
That is
as
the
well.
correct order answer, do you think?
Right? I mean,
I actually was a guest star because I never really got to act with everybody else.
have a memory. I have a memory of this. I didn't have any conversation with Corbin, I don't think, about the script or anything prior to this or what he thought or anything like that. And I think you were just flying in. I think you might have just flown in. And
I
you
did.
had to be in your underwear in the motel, and you probably felt like you had no other interaction with anybody. And it's like, anyone else on board with this? Like, well, where's the show going? That I'm in a motel room.
Yeah, that's
without
why
my
it's really
pants?
tough when you don't read the scripts.
He just saw the sides of this and is like, are we destroying Henry's character here, or does this relate to anything else? But yeah, I remember that part. But so I don't know. Do anyone a guest star that? Maybe you can answer any guest star that we didn't have on the show that you would have wanted to.
Okay, I mean, are you talking about in that particular
It wasn't
episode?
this episode, but I'm just throwing.
I don't remember his name because it was a long time ago. The guy who ran the donut shop. I thought he was.
You're right.
Whit Hertford.
Is he a Canadian actor?
No, he's not. He's an American actor, and he's. You guys out there probably know. He was in a couple of famous horror movies. Shout it out. Children of the Corn, that's right, yeah.
Okay.
James was very, very tickled that he was on set. I know that.
Here he was Children of the Donuts.
That's right.
I'm going to answer John Cleese.
John, good one.
Just because that you put us in the most amazingly ridiculous situations, and I think the man who cornered the market on this silly walk would have killed every ridiculous thing he put us into.
Yes.
That's a great answer.
I win.
Thank you.
As usual,
Thank
you.
Go ahead.
Hey, my name's Kate. I'm from Missouri, and for all of you guys, what would a Last Night Woody episode look like?
Oh, there'd be safe words.
There's children, so I don't really think we can really go into it too much.
There'd be safe words. There'd be something in the airstream. There might be corpses involved. I don't want to go there.
That airstream would be rocking so much you wouldn't have to be able to walk in the door.
It's true. It's a dangerous question, I think.
All I know is Henry would arrest these two guys cuddled up in bed.
Hater.
Go ahead.
A great joke always has multiple levels, and as far as I'm concerned, this episode opens up with one of my favorite lines in the entire series, or the favorite two lines, delivered brilliantly by Tim. The first is, "my baby," and the second is, "it's 3 light." And the first layer in that joke, of course, is that it's ridiculous. No one could tell that there were 3 rounds missing. But the other layer of the joke is, what man wouldn't want to be that guy? And what I was wondering is, was that intentional, the way it was written? That it was a multi-layered joke like that?
Well, I think it was we were trying to heighten his level of, his attachment to his weapon. That's his baby that he takes care of, cares for, nurtures, and I think the 3 light thing, we did have a discussion about that. Do you want to comment about that?
I stole that bit from, not that's the line, but just from Lasser being able to tell how many bullets were missing from the weapon from In the Line of Sight, Clint Eastwood. Because there's a moment where I'm pretty sure it's In the Line of Fire, where his partner's been kidnapped and he's holding a gun to his head because the bad kidnappers are forcing him to like hold a gun to that guy's head and scare him. But he could tell by how light the pistol was that it was missing around. So I just stuck my hard drive in. It felt like an amazing opportunity, like, hey, we can use this here.
Yeah, and Lasseter, you're saying, well, he wouldn't be able to do that, but Lasseter would, even with it being waterlogged, from the fish tank, it just did not, it's his baby, and it did not feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, so it wasn't that layer, it's just Lasseter would just know that by his pure Lasseterism. And then to answer to really sell that bit, I stuck my pinky in the barrel, could see there was residue in it, so that was how we sold that it had been fired.
That's right. Good memory on that. That's right, you did do that. I just remember there was a very sincere discussion on set about the legitimacy of it, how we would know, because we wanted to be true to it. The episode was silly enough that, we wanted that to have legitimacy.
And anything I can connect to Clint Eastwood and Slash, of course, I'm going to do it.
Yes. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lauren. I'm from Virginia. I wanted to start by saying this episode is one of my favorite episodes. It is one that I can go back and binge watch always. The comedy that you guys brought, like you even mentioned with like Corbin, it's something that he really got that interaction engagement that we hadn't seen with the other team, and I really appreciated all of it. But my question is actually for Corbin. And it actually has to do with the Hawaiian shirts and kind of our theme today and where the inspiration for that came from, and then where your inspiration continues to come from as you kind of create your line and create kind of this fun, continuous theme with the psychos.
With the shirts, Henry wore these Tommy Bahama shirts. That's what, t-shirts and Tommy Bahama shirts. As we started, this is past, I was never really involved with the pineapple stuff. That was everybody else. As you know, I was always removed a little bit. And then I think right before Chicago, I started discovering online all these pineapple-y Hawaiian shirts, which have become like a thing. I'm gonna claim response. The pineapple's not my thing, the Hawaiian shirt's my thing. The mashup of the pineapples on the Hawaiian shirts is my thing. I just bought on eBay 20 of the most cool vintage Hawaiian shirts. I've worn one every day here, a different one, but that's like my thing. My wife thinks I'm absolutely out of my mind because Amazon arrives every day with a different Hawaiian shirt, and she said, "We're supposed to be on a budget. We're not doing that anymore." And now I've got this closet, not only with my 9,000 snow globes, which really pisses her off. Now I've got my closet has got this line of beautiful Hawaiian shirts with pineapples on them, and I'm headed for a divorce.
Well, I would say also in real life, I would say, I'll get to Kurt in a second, but I think that Tim Amundsen and Corbin Bernstein are two of the most fashionable men that I know and always have in real life. Always have something that's just a great piece of clothing or something fashionable, great style. And I'm just wondering, does it feel different? Do you feel like a different guy when you wear that Hawaiian shirt? Does it do something to your personality?
I feel
it's made you a lot nicer backstage.
I'll tell you, I got a little Tom Selleck going in me. Got a little Magnum in me, right? But I think that's Henry's thing. That's my takeaway. I mean, obviously we have the friendships and all that stuff.
But I mean, you as a person, does it make you feel different walking around in a Hawaiian shirt?
It makes me feel very loose and casual.
Does it? That's
yeah, it does.
The audience is filled with Hawaiian shirts.
Wait a second. Yeah. How about anybody wearing a Hawaiian shirt stand up real quick? Let's just... Boom! I own that! All right! Those are my people.
That is pretty crazy.
All right, you can sit now. Yeah, we're going over the record, and I've got a few extras if we need to pull them out to break the record. I got a stash, so I'll take us over the top.
All right, speak to him after the show. Let's go ahead.
Hello, this is for all of you, but especially Andy, after you mentioned that you were pretty stressed out making this episode.
Yeah.
So for each of you, what is a scene that you died laughing watching the other people, whether it was during making it or even watching it afterward? You just couldn't stop laughing, especially you, Andy, like if there was that scene that kind of broke you.
For me, I know, I'll go first just because I'm remembering now, but I think it was Kurt Fuller saying, it was a shot that I set up that I didn't have time, we were running complete, everyone was rallying for me, which was amazing, the crew was, and all these guys up here, everybody in the cast was really trying to help me out to get this, and you know, the worst mistake became the best thing, but I just had to line them all up in a row when they were watching, I think a news thing on TV. We were doing it on the soundstage. They were lined up, and it was a very intense scene where you watch Lassiter shoot his gun 3 times. We realized that he has fired his gun, and it was Bobo. And I just had everybody crammed in one shot. And at the very end, Kurt raises his hand and said, "I've been verified on Twitter." Which was a thing at the time, you know. He completely removed from the that scene. That kind of brought me out. But I remember, yeah, I think I was just running around too. I cared about it so much, and I was just desperately trying to get as much funny and as much greatness in it at all times. And I was just racing the gun the entire time. But
wow, when I lean into the bartender, and for some reason I thought this would give me credibility. As a detective, I go, just so you know, me and this guy spooned last night. That never ceases to...
We accuse them of being lovers, right? The bartender may have been, you're like, well, I know what that is.
Right.
Yeah.
I know what's going on, because, you know, yeah. And also, I should poop.
Well, there were 2 things that were amazing for their characters. I mean, one was getting Woody out of the coroner's office. I mean, that was unbelievable. That was just so fun. The concept that I could legitimize a coroner going along on an investigative beat was great. But really, the Lassiter, it was also it was either destroying Lassiter's character, you know, he was like going to put him in a place where he was so vulnerable, didn't know, you know, and now he's having to work with the crazy guy and keep secrets. He had to bond with Sean in a way that he hadn't before because he was now completely vulnerable. Like, that just felt like we were kind of taking the show at that point and, you know, just turning out, you know, so every day was sort of exciting. It's like, what's
Lassiter really out of his comfort zone.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's not even like, you know, Lassie showing up with his suit and his thing. I mean, everything changed. The wardrobe changed. Hair had to change. Like, everybody looked different, was acting differently, was not in the place that they were supposed to be. That's, I think, maybe why it has that sort of feel for everybody, too.
For me, the one I had difficulty getting through was when we're back in Vic's office and the Henry Spencer, where are your pants? We were like slapping, I can remember, I think it was James and I were slapping back and forth, and I roll up a tower to like do the junior high school locker room snap, and
that's right. And Karen, I just want to go home. It's also one of my favorites.
That was the one line I remember from the entire series, Karen. I was actually meaning I want to go home to Los Angeles. I want to go home.
But your delivery on, I don't know, Karen, just being so sort of disgusted with yourself and heartbroken still cracks me.
Thank you for that.
The scene that I think was called was the Islands in the Stream, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was where you tried to teach me how to sing Islands in the Stream. I can't carry
my God, that
a tune,
got cut.
okay? And this guy is Pavarotti compared to me. And he tried so hard, because we were going to do a bit where we were singing Islands in the Stream drunk at a bar together or something like that. And I couldn't, we never got past the first line because I never once said it on tune. And he tried for almost an hour to get past one line of Islands in the, I can't do it. But he was so patient, and I felt like such a dismal failure. It was really something.
There were probably so many moments, when when you're trying to capture a video and something crazy happens and then you're checking your phone 5 times, did I get that? Did I actually get that on camera? It's something that I can watch 90 times. There were so many moments like that filming it, like going, is Tim Robinson and Kurt Fuller really singing Islands in the Stream? Did we really clear Islands in the Stream? And they're on the set and it's like 2:30 and everyone's like waiting to go to lunch or whatever, and I just can't, I'm like, did that actually record? I'm gonna get to watch that later. I mean, there were so many, Ed Lover walking into the police station. I mean, it just was one of those pinch me, every scene had one of those crazy pinch me moments, like, are we really doing this? Yeah.
Tulane. When he sees the blueberries crash, and he that's an Emmy time right there. He was so funny and good. That's
Which side will we forget? Okay.
Hello, gentlemen and peaches. My name is Vicky.
Peaches, gentlemen.
I'm from New York City. Woo! Psych is, of course, my comfort show. This is my comfort episode, so thank you very much for that. Was there a moment in the show where the story or a specific character surprised you as to where it was going, or was there a surprise, Andy, that maybe got changed from how you wrote it, something like that?
It's an easy answer. I mean, it's 100% performances. Surprised me at every turn. Everything got elevated to crazy levels, and Duane's not here, but what he would do with certain sequences, because it was really put upon him, all of his slurring, I'm drunk, you just shot my TV, like, that's just a line in the script, but to put that together with, he really crafted a whole evolution of what was happening with him and that he clearly worked on, I mean, it was like he came to the set with all of that. There wasn't a discussion between he and I, how are we gonna play that? Like, I made the assumption he would do something genius, and he came in and just really gave it a full arc, that surprised me. But every one of these guys everyone was just, I think that's what it was like, maybe it was just a fun episode, everyone was at the tippy top of their games, in all the scenes. There was
all at the same time. That's so rare, actually.
It is rare. But there's one thing with Psych that's so great when you work on other procedural shows as a writer, there's probably 35% of the script that's exposition and talking about the timeline of the crime and who's doing this, and we're gonna have to look at these files. And on screen that might be 40 seconds, but in shooting it might be all day. And so there could be a full day that's just not exciting and not, interesting. This was like, there was no exposition in this.
So we couldn't have been at the top of our game without what you put on the page for us.
Oh, well, thank you for that. But I mean, really,
all the sort of deconstructing these relatively straight-laced guys was just a joy, thanks to you.
Yeah, oh, well, that's nice of you to say. But really, it was performances. Surprised me every turn. And you should agree. Yeah.
We didn't really that often always work all together. That was the other thing. It felt like it was a party. The whole cast was involved. I mean, often I was outside of things. My storylines were separate. I was back in a flashback with Air. And I think it was the one time I remember, I mean, there were several of them where we're just all together. Then that's kind of different.
And that was different too, just putting characters together. But I have to give it, just remembering, of course, you guys have made buttons, pins, pens, everything. You put your sunglasses back on. That's Tim Amundsen. That's not Andy Berman, that's Tim Amundsen. So that iconic line came out of just the scene.
But honestly, I don't know how you could have said it any other way. It was so perfectly written.
You wrote that. you improvised. You put your son. You did.
I did not improvise. I couldn't have.
Well, then it felt like it was it. I don't know. Are you serious? I always thought that was.
You improvised that. Oh yes, I did because I'm not.
You did.
I really don't think I did.
We're gonna go back and look.
All right, let's let it go.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Larry from Colorado, and yes, I've been following her all weekend. Anyways, my question is, out of all of the characters, which one would you want to play, except for yours in this episode?
Oh, good question.
Ooh. Boy. I'm so in love with my character. I would hate to think somebody else is going to take it, and I'd have to take somebody else's. But I personally, if I couldn't play Woody, I'd want to play Gus. Okay? His love of food, his just wanting a little sanity, his, just wanting to have a regular life and not being able to have it, I think it's kind of great. So that I would want to be Gus.
Timmy, who do you want to be?
I want to be Henry in this one.
Really? Oh, you don't. It's just a bore.
Again, to have that scene after in the office where I'm just so down to your last straw is gone. Was tremendous.
Who would I want to play? Well, given they gave birth to him, I could probably find some Sean in me. There's got to be a little bit of Sean and Henry, right? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree and all that.
Yep. Well, can you imagine Henry Spencer saying that all those years ago?
Yeah. I don't want to be anybody. I want to be me.
See that? They love their
characters. I'm with Woody. What's your name? Kurt.
I'll answer anything.
I'm
Just get right on the checks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Big applause. Come on now.
Hi, my name is Denise, and I just want to say that I don't even care if you guys did kill that guy. I'm just happy to be a part of this. I just have one question. Henry Spencer, where are your pants?
Very good delivery.
Thank you. You get the job.
They're on me.
That was a good Kirsten Nelson too.
It was, wasn't it?
Good.
It was good delivery.
Hey guys, I'm Matt from Indiana. I've been a police officer for the past 2 years. My question.
Thank you for the work you do, sir.
It's like a question / statement, and it's for Mr. Burnson?
That works.
Did you know how much of a positive impact your character would have on males who never knew what it was like to have a positive role model in their life? I aged out of foster care.
I'm sorry, I missed all that.
Did you realize what kind of effect you'd have on people that didn't have that positive role model in their life?
I was a foster kid, so I discovered the show while I was in the system. So.
Oh wow.
I think when I auditioned for this, I have 4 sons, which clued me right in from the get-go, from the moment I met Steve and everybody, Kelly, for the thing. I figured something would come of all of it. There's so much that I accessed, again, having 4 sons and knowing all the pitfalls, and granted they were much younger than Sean, but I just started hearing from people. You know what I really heard from so many people saying Henry is so much like my father. I relate to Henry in that way. And it sort of became I don't know, I felt it became, not to take this to a serious place, but it kind of became a responsibility. It's something I cared about, and it actually made me look at the way I treat my kids, making sure they don't end up like Sean. Now I make them sit down and watch Psych and go, for no other reason, do not end up like this. But I'm very proud as a father with my kids. I'm very proud for Henry with Sean. And it was a great moment in my life.
Nice question.
Hi, my question is for Corbin and Andy. What kind of unseen hijinks do you think that Henry got up to during the night of that episode? Were they more like fun and goofy, or were they more like the dentist?
Did you have a backstory yourself for what had happened to you?
No, not really. I think Henry just ended up and just completely befuddled how he got there. I mean, in the true sense and the spirit of the episode, Henry's very in control. So it's more fun to play him like with clueless of anything and how he got there. I still don't, I don't even remember.
I mean, mostly it was an opportunity to, I'm always looking to get the characters in their underwear, everyone on the stage has been, so for Corbin to not have his pants, honestly it was the situation of waking up in a motel, the audience thinking absolutely the worst thing, and you want to think, well, was he with a prostitute overnight and she stole his pants? And But just him coming down the stairs in his robe, in the motel,
I personally think he tried to cuddle up with Kurt and Tim, got kicked out because I was in my underwear.
So Andy, some of the most fun I think we had, I had anyway, not to speak of what else, the stuff that barely ended up in the episode was the still shots of the craziness.
Oh, right, yes.
Last year, throwing the mattress off the balcony.
It's so fun, and having the party in the motel room that all the guys were there, and we find the Polaroids that were happening. That is, yeah.
Where is that motel? Do you remember? That'd be fun. I wonder if that's on some psych tour in Vancouver.
It was just such a perfect. It was barely dressed. That's how it looked. That was the motel. We filled the pool with all that stuff. That was
right.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to see all of you. I love all of you, so I just want to say that. And Last Night Gus is one of my favorite episodes. But actually, my question is going to be for Corbin. Similar to a question that was asked a little while ago, but Henry Spencer, what are those pants?
Henry Spencer, what?
What are those pants?
What are those pants?
Oh, these? Well, I've had these pants for about 40 years. I know it doesn't seem like it. I still wear them despite a hole in this pocket that pretty much eats up anything that goes in there and goes right out. But I bought these in France like 40 years ago.
La-di-da-di-da.
And but they're one of my favorite pair of pants. You know what the other thing about these
Country
pants?
dropper.
Okay. The truthful thing about these pants, and this is just pure ego, everybody goes like, what are those pants? Everybody likes them, right? And
I don't know whether she likes them.
Well, you like my pants or not?
Noticing something and liking it are two different
What are
things.
you wearing there,
These were Gerard's.
They're unique. They're very unique, I'll say that.
Kurt, let's see you put on a pair of funny pants.
Those are like old wrestling pants.
Old wrestling pants?
Wrestling.
No, they're not. They're black and blue camouflage.
They're French pants. These were Gerard Depardieu's pants as a teenager that ended up in a thrift shop in France.
I'm coming to a big convention all about the show. Oh, I'm going to wear these pants.
Let me tell you something I've learned in life. You're talking about my pants.
There you go. Well done. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Alston. My question is for Tim. I was wondering, after working on Psych for so long and doing some of the more adult stuff, and then doing an episode on Percy Jackson, it was strange to work with a cast of kids like Walker and Leah, rather than people like James and Dulé.
Well, they're easier to manipulate. No, it wasn't strange. It was, unfortunately, I didn't get to work with them that. Walker was on set of the scene I had with Percy, but I didn't get to interact with him really. And Leah was such an incredibly young actress that it was, you work with good people, then it doesn't really matter their ages. They were both they're top-notch actors. So it's easier to manipulate, that's the best part.
Hi, my name is Kat. I'm from Philly. Go Birds. I love you all. This is a great episode. But my question is for Andy and Corbin. In an episode so rife with physical comedy, the part where Henry comes down the stairs to the hotel and tries to tuck his shirt into the towel, gets me every time. Was that scripted or unscripted?
That was not scripted. That was all Corbin. That's his physicality. That was what he did.
Yeah, and I'm not known for that stuff, but I am known for nights like that, so again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
It's a little too familiar to him.
Yeah, it's like, I know that. I read the script and I was like, I know this. Yeah, sure. I grew up in LA in the 80s.
No, but Corbin, that's also called being a really good actor and playing to the instinct.
What's that?
It's also called being a really good actor and playing to the instinct.
Yeah. Well.
I think this is the last question. This is the last question.
Oh, it's me. Cool. Hi.
Hey.
I'm Joe from Orlando, and my question is for Andy. So we love seeing all the guys getting up to their hijinks, but what would a Last Night Guest episode look like with like Juliet, Chief Vic, and maybe say Lene?
Oh, very good question. Did you ask that on the ladies panel? I mean, it would be really fun. It'd sort of be, a very psych episode. You could be in the writer's room and totally have pitched that. We probably would have gotten to a version of that 100% doing that.
The fire department would have been involved.
Yes, it would be really fun to think about. I think there'd be a whole different color on that, but that's a great idea. I mean,
but definitely no less crazy.
No less crazy? Are you kidding me? No.
Perfect. I'll workshop it with you guys later.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for the love of the episode. Thank you for the love of these guys. Any last word?
But that is a great idea as you just had.
It is, I know.
You know, there was one really, I love watching stuff at the hotel because it was a really special moment that took place with a lot of the cast the day we were shooting the hotel was when a lot of us got noticed, we were all notified that they're flying us to New York for the upfronts, which was kind of the first time they were like, oh, this show actually means something to the network. Like they're actually going to pay to fly us to New York and top us out for the upfronts. So it was really whenever I watched this episode and those scenes, like, oh, that's right, this moment would actually became something to the network.
Yeah, there you go. I agree. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. And we'll be launching off Corbin's pants at the end of it. The meeting will start in the lobby. It's a bell trigger, everybody.
Here I